PDN News Updates. Here is Jarek Sablon from our PDN Newsroom. This is brought to you by our sponsor, KFC Guam.
Lawmakers will be deciding whether to mandate trash services for all households, extend driver's license terms to 8 years, and further regulate the vaping industry on Guam at this month's regular legislative session, which starts 9 a.m. on Monday. A vote to override the governor's veto of Senator Chris Barnett's Bill 185-37, which seeks to require the hospital be built at Ipao Point in Tamuning, may also happen. Senator Sabina Perez's Bill 165-37 will require all residential homeowners to sign up for services with the Guam Solid Waste Authority if the measure becomes law. Senators placed the bill on the session agenda in January and February, but has so far been sidelined by debate on the hospital location and other matters. A water conservation advisory for customers in the Jigo, Dedero, and Barrigada service areas is in effect, according to Guam Waterworks Authority General Manager Miguel Berdalio. GW has also issued a precautionary boil water notice for the Mount Santa Rosa service area. Due to persistent issues with power quality since March 8, several GW deep wells have sustained damage and production at many others have been disrupted. This damage has caused low reservoir levels and reduced pressure in isolated areas. A team from the U.S. Department of Education's Region 9 Head Start revisited the island last week to review compliance progress made by the Guam Head Start program, but the results of the final review are still pending. The local program's fate, whether it will retain or lose its federal funding, dangles on the edge until a U.S. DOE decision is made, expected within the next 30 to 45 days. U.S. DOE gave the local Head Start program until March 5th to correct deficiencies that the federal agency earlier identified, including those involving active supervision, background checks, safety protocols, and presence of lead at schools. Federal education officials earlier told the local Head Start program, under the Guam Department of Education, that if it fails to resolve the deficiencies within the 90-day period, it will lose its funding and would not be able to reapply temporarily. The Council on the Arts and Humanities Agency's Board of Directors on Tuesday voted to start a new search for Guam's 100-member delegation to the Festival of the Pacific Arts, but some members of the public voiced their disappointment over KAH's decision to take the long route instead of making a decision to remove only one person. FestPac, the largest cultural festival in the region, will be held in Honolulu from June 6th to the 16th. Artists who want to be on the FestPac delegation have to submit an application with KAHA on or before March 29th as a result of the board's vote. It's a compressed deadline, but board members said they would do their best to vet applicants. A letter-writing campaign that started around February 9th has called for KAHA to remove Surahanu, or spiritual healer Frank Coast James St. Nicholas, from the FestPac delegation list, accusing him of being a sexual predator. The Surahanu, however, was twice acquitted of criminal sexual conduct in 2022 and got his job back as a port police officer after he was cleared of the charges. St. Nicholas, who was present at the KAHA board meeting, said he does not appreciate people mocking him and then pointed at a particular person during the meeting. The military population on Guam is expected to grow by 2,500 people over the next 2 years, and then gradually increase by another 15,500 people by 2037, according to information from Joint Region Marianas. But that increase is not just in the number of active duty military personnel, but also will include civilians working for the Department of Defense, reservists, National Guard personnel, and their dependents, JRM said. In all, the military population would grow from the current 26,000 to 44,000 by 2037. For the third time in the past week, senators have made no move to pass any bill to deal with the Attorney General's withdrawal from representing over 20 government agencies that are now under investigation. Though Adelup has asserted the AG's withdrawal may lead to a government shutdown, Republican Minority Leader Frank Blas Jr. said Tuesday he does not believe such a threat exists. Senators Tuesday convened in a special session called by Governor Lilian Guerrero to take up her bill. The bill seeks to authorize Gulf Guam agencies to hire independent legal services while the courts weigh the AG's alleged conflict of interest in ongoing corruption cases. The governor-sponsored bill failed to even make it onto the session agenda. For more of these stories, log on to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.